Hi guys, how are you tonight? Or today, I guess, when I go to post this. I'm doing fabulous this beautiful, beautiful time that we are on this earth. I'm gonna just kind of jump right into it. I kind of got to this a little later than I would have liked tonight. So I'm gonna just cleanse my space. Cleanse myself. Alright, guys. Go ahead for that minute, well, not a full minute, but that three deep meditative breaths so that I can zone in on the collective energy that's joining us this evening. Alright, guys. So we're going to start with the Wild Unknown Archetype book. I love to start with this because it's already separated into 4 parts. This is the energy of you. This is the space in which you are in, or the metaphorical space. This is the tool or the metaphorical thing that you need to work on. The metaphorical tool or the thing you need to work on. Sorry, I apparently can't talk whenever I go to do these recordings. Hopefully that'll get better. And then this is the energy that this tool is aiming to help you get to, okay? I like to read the book on these ones because it really does explain them a whole lot better than I could. So, and then after that I'll pull from other decks and clarify using the other decks. So what message would you like me to relay to the collective today? And it's really based on whatever you go by. You can go by God, the source, goddess, ancestors, spirits, energy guides, animal guides, whatever you want to call them, okay? They are here to guide me. So by connecting into your collective energy, I'm able to then pick out the strongest needed message in that time. So if this resonates, I really hope it does resonate. Please take it as you need it. And if this does not resonate, leave it. Hopefully you'll join us again. Not everybody feels it every time. Alright, what would you like me to tell the collective? What message do they need to hear this evening? king. We've got the king tonight, guys. And we're gonna, sorry, my legs are falling asleep. Alright, what energy are they in, collective? What energy is the collective in? The river again, huh? We got the river the other night. Maybe that was last night. Crud. I can't remember. Alright. Let's go for the tool. What tool does the collective have? The vision. I love this one. This one's very good. And what energy are they going towards? Are they hoping to achieve? The spirits are really calm tonight. Usually my cards are flipping. Apocalypsis. We got this the other night also. Alright, guys. So I really actually enjoyed using my Dreaming of Gaia deck. Dreams of Gaia. Sorry, Dreams of Gaia Tarot. I do keep my books right here so that I'm able to hopefully show you guys. The only one that I'm not able to show you guys the book of is my Moonology one. My dog unfortunately did chew off the cover of that one. He was really mad at me one day and knew that that was a good way to get me. So, sorry guys, I have to slightly turn so that I can, my knees aren't cutting off circulation. Alright, so with Dreams of Gaia, let's clarify the king. Oh, I forgot. Totally forgot. We're going to read the pages on those ones. Sorry. Okay, so the king, huh? Alright, so it says, the ruler, the commander, the emperor. If our lives are imagined as a kingdom containing the entire spectrum of human existence, the king presides over it all. Through the lens of the king, we assess the state of our land, make decisions, and rule accordingly. Therefore, the king must be thoroughly and regularly vetted so as to avoid corruption. Recognize the dual nature of the king. He is either seated in benevolence and strength, guiding you towards peace, or he is oppressing the weak out of a need to control. There is not much middle ground. Some think of the king as the ultimate expression of the ego. Yet the great kings of mythology and history serve from an egoless place. They take their throne with grace and humility, knowing the divine uses them as a channel. To heal deep and long-standing discrepancies in the kingdom. Once the king's relationship to divinity is broken or challenged, he often acts from a place of fear, scrambling to uphold his image and power. So I like that they didn't actually put a face to that. It's simply a ruling hand, right? And the whole spectrum around it. Balancing ever so tediously on the brink of a new hand, right? That pearl up top. All right. Let's go for the river, huh? The stream, the flow, the current. There is a reason so many rituals of change and rebirth take place in the river. It is forgiveness embodied in physical form. Without asking anything in return, the river washes away what is no longer necessary, smoothing over sharp edges and accepting all our mistakes and grievances. Once we step in, we are no longer in control. The river carries us further down the stream of transformation than we planned to go. Its waters have a special gift for reflecting back to us a new and dreamlike vision. Once the tears have passed, we see ourselves as we haven't before, with a little more lightness and grace and fluidity. Keep in mind the you that stands within the river is the real you, full of deep emotion and potential, nothing to hide, nothing to judge. May you drink in the sight of your true self. Look at that, guys. Everything scrambled around it but the reflection that they needed to see, right? The true self. You can only resist the river for so long. Eventually it will pull you toward change. So may as you well get in with style and grace. So a journey. You're in a journey is what I feel like. You're on the river of change. And I know that sounds so cliche, okay? But you're on the river of change. And the king, what did that say? It was ever changing, right? So as to avoid corruption. So you're on the river of change, and that change is going to bring out the better you. It's going to bring out the new you, and hopefully the less corrupted you, right? Okay, so those two went pretty well together. Let's see what the vision holds for us, huh? All right. And I just love the imagery on this one, okay, guys? So it says, the dream, the imagined, the revealed. It is said that we are each born with a unique vision, a destiny towards which we are aimed. It is also said that we forget this vision the moment we are born. Thus we are sent on a lifelong journey of rediscovery. Such is the elusive nature of the vision. It slips away, yet it guides. It appears in strange dreams and surreal images, seemingly unattainable and preposterous. When we are connected to the vision, we carry an inspired, enchanted aliveness that others recognize. We trust the world and its synchronicities. We walk through new doors into wondrous opportunities. We all want to be near those with vision. They emit energy more potent than an elixir. When we lose connection to the vision, life becomes dull and exhausting, lacking meaning. Bring back the mystery. Bring back the dreams. You can gauge how connected you are to your vision by how tired you are. Since the vision feeds energy, it affects your life force and vitality. Interesting, huh? It's just amazing. And I love how there's this light right here. To me, that signifies the root chakra for some reason. So maybe you need to get grounded and get your vision in order on your journey, right? Because you can't make it down the river without having a vision of where you're going, right? Makes it so much harder. Makes it you generally people plan for their trips, right? They plan. Well, it's no different when you're going through an internal trip and an external trip, any of those. You have to have a plan and a guided way of actually dealing with it. Otherwise, you tend to get lost and caught up in different things, and you don't actually finish your journey. You get stuck in it. Apocalypsis. Oh, I just love that artwork, guys. Look how detailed that is. Sorry, I was staring at it for a minute. And if you can't see, this is definitely an eye in here, okay? So it says removing the veil of deception. Apocalypsis indicates a particularly painful time, one that unfolds when two disparate dynamics occur simultaneously, pulling the psyche in seemingly opposite directions. The first is a lifting of the veil. This means truths that have been kept in the dark are revealed, seen, and unearthed. No matter how relieving it is to witness them come into the light, an element of despair and grief follows. The second dynamic is the regeneration that comes from the wreckage of the revealed truth. The old narrative breaks and a new story forms. Apocalypsis energy is similar to a forest fire's devastation for the sake of regeneration. The veil lifts and we see who and what has been hiding. From the nakedness of the truth, a child is born. Have faith in the process. Hold on to your center. That is the only way. All kinds of things will be revealed during a time of apocalypsis, from big global lies to little white ones that lace the bedroom sheets. Brace yourself for the horse of truth to storm your every field. Interesting, guys. A web, right? Web of lies coming to an end. There's the sight. Lifting of the veil. This almost kind of looks like fire, a burning of the old ways of the old life. Okay, guys, so I read those. All right, so let's see what our beautiful tarot has to say about the king. Spirits, what do you have to tell the collective about the king? Can you clarify the king a little bit for us? They are pretty calm tonight, guys. you tell us about the king? Nine of air. Oh my gosh, look at that artwork, guys. Look at that universe up in her head, up in her brain. Nine of air. Anything else, guys? Anything else you can tell us about the king? Sorry, guys, I just want to see if one more card will come out, and then I'll start telling you what I'm thinking. What can you tell us about the king tonight? Oh, the scribe. Huh? Okay. So basically, I still feel like you're going through a journey, okay? With the air, I kind of feel like you... Let me just make sure I'm actually looking what the scribe means in this one, because I don't want to lead you astray. Alright, so with the scribe, Yep, okay. So emotions, right? Your emotions are kind of getting in the way. They're kind of clouding your judgment, guys. With the scribe in this one, it's saying that you need to be asking for outside sources, opinions. You need to be getting more than just your viewpoint. Even if that entails looking up research online, from reputable sources. Okay, I have to put that in there. From very reputable sources. And looking up and researching what you need to know so that your emotions aren't clouded on certain subjects, okay? Through this journey, whatever this journey might be. That might also be entailing you to go to a therapist, seek that outside source. Even kings need somebody to talk to, right? They had their right-hand man that they always told everything to, right? They had their league of council and their chamber of council, I think is generally what they would call that. And people always have to look for an outside source so that they don't become clouded in their own view and judgment of things, okay? The reason I say that is our minds are very healthy, but one thing that they do that is not so healthy is they can you can convince yourself of something so easily. So by having those outside viewpoints, that's what helps keeps us grounded so that we're not living in the clouds with our head in the clouds, right? So let's see what they have to tell us about the river, guys. What do you have to tell the collective about the river tonight, guys? Okay. Ooh. Okay, so the Four of Fire. Four of Fire. Whoops. There we go. Is there anything else you want to tell us about the river tonight, guys? Is there anything else you're guiding the collective on about the river? The youth. Oh, so that's a different point of view, okay? I'll actually read you what they have on the youth. So there is in the tarot, if you have a chance to look it up, there is in the tarot what they call the journey of the self. So that's generally card 0 in our deck. And then it goes through, and each deck is going to generally stick to a pretty similar format, but some of them do have different names and add a few more steps or whatever. But this one is on that journey. It's step number 3. And it talks, I think in this one's actually more no, I think that's a normal part of the normal part of the journey that the self makes in the tarot deck, okay? And basically the youth, let me make sure I'm not going to lie to you on this one, that's why I'm pulling him up, has a different viewpoint, okay? So he's a lot like the river, okay? He is raging, undisciplined. He's more jumping into things without thinking everything through. He's freedom from fear and doubts. He wants to embrace his individuality, right? He's got his companion here, his dog, but his dog doesn't always keep him so grounded. He does do communication because of his dog, and it does help keep him grounded because of that. Anybody who knows having an animal, they do help in a sense keep you grounded. And so for him, I think especially paired with the Four of Fire, which is like a focused mind, emotion, and deliberate action. So I think you're seeing two sides of the coin here. I think you're seeing okay, so I'm going to sound repetitive if you've watched my last night's video. I'm seeing balance here. And it's actually a different way of showing it, because last night I had 2 different cards that showed balance, and I thought that was very interesting. It was the 4 of Fire and the 4 of Water. And this is almost kind of similar, only this isn't of the exact opposite nature of this, and actually it's not actually opposite, because the youth is so, I can't come up with that word. Wants to go out and do things, right? Where Fire, your emotion, you don't always control the impulse. The youth is impulsive, and the Fire is more impulsive, right? Like it is guided by more emotional aspects, so it's more impulsive. But with the Fire, you need to have focus, right? You need to have that clear vision, so that your head isn't up in the clouds, so that you're not just going down this river with no destination in mind, with no actual journey in mind. You're not just floundering in this river, right? You're actually making a journey down this river. So you need to put a clear intention and thought process into your journey, right? So let's see what they have to say about the vision. And all of this is kind of leading up to vision, I guess, right? And maybe they can clarify that a little bit more for us, but they already told us we need to have vision on ourselves or our lives or our journey, right? Whatever that may be. And we're all in a different part of our awakening process, especially if you're watching these. You're generally going through some part of your awakening process, or have went through it. You could already be on the other side. Who knows? Hold on, I need to concentrate. I kind of feel like I lost a card in there that I was supposed to pick up. Okay. What can you tell us about the vision? The counselor. What did I say about that outside source, right? All right, ooh. And the King of Earth. All right, so let's see exactly what the counselor says. Only because, like I said, sometimes I'm still getting my vocabulary back up to date. I guess when you stop publicly speaking, you tend to lose any of your pronunciation abilities, and so I'm trying to get my counselor's water. Okay, so it's actually the 7 of water. That makes a little bit more sense. Okay, so the 7 of water and the King of Earth. Interesting. I was trying to look up, I wanted to make sure I didn't get the counselor wrong, so. Water, where are you? Where are you? Air, fire, water. Okay, so with the counselor, okay, surrender to life, to the flow of life. Relinquish your need for control. So maybe you like to have too much control. Maybe your vision needs to go from really narrow and broaden so that you can see the whole picture. Especially with the King of Earth, like that. I mean, that's another one to free yourself from control. Control is illusion. You need to put a vision to your life, but you can't control everything. You have to be able to put a vision to your life and still know that things are going to go however the source or God or the goddess or whatever you worship wants or needs it to go for you to still progress in your journey. We did agree to a journey before we came to this earth, and that journey was meant to help progress us spiritually. And so I feel like that control is another way, especially for trauma-based people, to deal with their traumas. And so this is saying that you need to find a healthier way besides control to deal with that trauma. Damn, that one was intense, guys. I got that it's from trauma-based stuff. Okay, so let's see what they say about Apocalypsis tonight. See if we get any of the cards from the other night. I actually don't know if I'd remember. So I have the 7 of Earth. And the King of Fire. Oh my gosh, look at that artwork, guys. Like, seriously, look at that beautiful artwork on that. Is that in? Okay, I wanted to look up something because I remember on the Spire one that they had something mentioned on the King of Fire. So it says, that's what it is. respect your position by respecting others. So the one thing that I notice is, even though this one demands a lot of respect or has a lot of charisma, you know what I mean? Like, just naturally draws a lot of people to them. They give as much respect as they are given. And sometimes more. Sometimes I mean, generally they're the bigger person. They're not going to be the person that you're going to see tearing somebody down because they accidentally spilled something or they forgot something on their order or, you know, something like that. They're not going to be that person. They're going to be the person who's sitting there trying to reassure somebody and telling them that they'll do better next time. You know what I mean? They're going to be the ones who are going to be, they're going to address the stress in a less stressful way. They're not going to, they're going to feel the connection between you and them in the way that everybody is connected and want to help progress the collective in that way. They're not going to tear it down. Does that make sense? That's the best way I can describe it. It's like they see the connections in the world, and no matter how they see those connections, they don't want to risk ruining or interrupting or getting those connections torn down or tampered with. They want to keep those connections strong and alive. Let's see if I can mix any words tonight, huh? You're gonna get to a place where you're gonna have such balance. You're gonna be able to go out into nature and it's gonna feel almost rejuvenating. You're gonna get this connection and this understanding of people that you probably don't see right now. I forgot that I'm not just reading this energy. This is where you're going. So you're going to get to a place where you can see all those connections. And it's a very, besides feeling overwhelmingly positive, it's a very intriguing place to be, to see all those different connections, those lines between things and things that you would never think correlate in such the simplest, intricate way. And I know that sounds, again, at odds, okay? But it's a perfect balance, a perfect harmony between everything, right? You know what? Let's pull up another deck. Let's do... do my tarot tonight. What can you tell us on what can you clarify on, let's say, the scribe and the 9 of air? Let's say the 12, so the scribe and the 9 of air. What can you tell us on the scribe and the 9 of air? Can you expand on the scribe and the 9 of air? What can you tell us on the scribe and the 9 of air? And the king. If you have something to say on the king, let me know. What can you tell me on the king, scribe, the 9 of air? What can you tell me? Whoop. I don't think 10 cards is gonna work. Let's narrow that down a little bit. What can you tell us? Can you clarify anything? Okay, so this is the second time the Nine of Pentacles has come up. The Knight of Pentacles. Look at that. She has a purpose, right? She has a vision. She's straightforward in her mission. She has her tool. She's got her armor on, so her protection. And she has a vision. It's definitely not dark. It's not clouded. Well, I mean, there actually is clouds all around her, but it doesn't seem like her vision's clouded. So maybe you, I mean, like I said, anything else you can clarify? Anything else you can clarify for us? Ooh. And I don't read cards upside down right now, guys. I'm still getting in tune with the actual cards, that reading them upside down is slightly confusing for me. So we have the Ace of Pentacles. Okay, so the one thing I have to tell you about is, look at this, okay? She has, I mean, she is locked on, right? She has laser gaze. She didn't stop. She has blood on her face, so either she definitely fought a battle, no matter what that looks like, and she did not give up. Whether that's her blood or somebody else's, she triumphed, right? She's still here. And even though there's detail in this black, there's not enough to really say what's around. Right now, I mean, I would guess that this is probably her head and this is her body, but I can't actually tell you, like, with how that looks, guys. Okay? So take that as you will. She does have laser focus. The star. Oh my gosh, guys, the star. It's a new story, right? The star is the star of the story. It's your purpose, your mission in life. It's your guiding star. It's gonna be your moral compass, your whatever it may be. So maybe this is a pivotal moment in your life, guys. Okay? Kind of feel like maybe that's a pivotal moment. Is there anything else you'd like to tell us tonight? Anything else you'd like to clarify for us? Anything else you'd like to clarify for us, guys? Four of Pentacles, guys. So, look at this. She has two windows. She's not looking out either window. The sunlight is coming in one, but she is staring somewhere. Her gaze is locked on somewhere. It's not just gazing off, right? Maybe you feel slightly trapped. Maybe you don't know which way you're going. Oh my goodness. I've never noticed that on this card. Look at that. There's actually a river, a waterfall right here. Guys, she's on her journey, right? It's the river. What does the Four of Pentacles say again? Let me make sure I'm not going to lead you astray on the Four of Pentacles. Like I've told you guys, this is a channel where I actually am learning. And as I'm learning, I'm doing readings so that everybody else can understand. Like, we all go through a process of understanding and relearning the cards. We all understand them to a point because it is, like I said, a journey of life. Is basically the journey of the tarot, of the Fool. I guess that's what it's called, the journey of the Fool. And oh, so maybe this is actually going to be your okay, so that would kind of make sense, guys. So this is kind of your guiding star, right? That's going to be your river, your ace, your of pentacles. This is going to be your energy, right? So they must have done one card per pile. So that's going to be your reward, your riches being given to you for all of your hard work and your good that you want to put out into the world, right? Let's see. Okay, do you have anything else to tell us, guys? Any other clarifications to make tonight? Okay, so let's see if I'll do 3 more shuffles and let's see if they have a message for us, okay? Let's see, is there anything else you wanted to clarify? No? Okay. Alright, so I'm going to actually pull from my Starseed deck. What can you tell us on... Woo! Okay, so they're going to just tell me right off, and I hate to say it, but inner earth. So this must be an inner journey, guys. This must be a journey that you are on internally, okay? You'll survive this, though. You will find new solutions, okay? You will find beginnings. And perspective. What did I say? Maybe you have too narrow of a perspective. You need to zoom out and get a better perspective, a less narrow perspective, less controlling perspective. Control is an illusion, remember? Let's see, what else do you have tapped out for us? Remember the weight of the world. You don't have to carry the weight of the world on your shoulders. It's not yours to carry. Everybody has their duties, has their responsibilities, have their obligations. You are not required to carry everybody else's world on top of your own. Worry about your own. I kind of see this card as the self-love card, okay? Self-care. You need to put up boundaries. Let go of whatever somebody's trying to throw on your back, okay? Anything else you would like to tell us? Any other messages tonight from this deck? I could not have picked these cards, guys. Big picture thinking. Pleiades energy, visionary and inspired ideas. So stop looking so narrowly. You don't need to be in control all the time, okay? And by looking at a broader view, your vision will be released. Your creative block will be released. right? Let's do a Dark Goddess card tonight. What general energy can you give us tonight, guys? What energies do you want us to be working on? Abuse. So somebody, because of their lack of boundaries, is experiencing abuse. Or you may be delivering abuse because you don't realize it. We need to work on and catch ourselves if we are being the abusive ones. I know that we all go through trauma and have trauma-based reactions and survival techniques, but we should never inflict the same abuse that was inflicted on us. We should never inflict abuse on people if we can help it. If you are experiencing abuse, please let somebody know. Even if you let me know down below, I will do everything possible in my power to try to help you, get help to you. Nobody deserves to be left in an abusive situation. Nobody. Okay? Any other energies that you want us to be working on or noticing? Atonement. So maybe you need to make atonement with somebody, or somebody's trying to come in and make atonement with you. I actually kind of feel like somebody's trying to come in and make atonement for you. So maybe they were the ones delivering the abuse. Maybe not. Maybe it's a separate incident. I don't know. But it feels like somebody's coming towards you trying to make atonement. The reason I feel that is she's sitting here and... okay, so I took it as she was sitting here in judgment. She's actually standing here in defense. But I took it that she was sitting here in judgment at first, and so I felt like somebody was coming towards you. So maybe it could be either way. Maybe you're seeking atonement for yourself, but somebody could be coming to you to seek atonement. Okay? If it is concerning abuse, you do what you will, but please do not return to the abusive cycle. Okay? Any other energies? I guess that's all from this deck, guys. I like to pull my Moonology card. I do usually do one, but if more comes out, then I will generally read them. And then I will generally do my my Enchanted Crystals deck. Alright, let's pull the advice they want to give you. I'm not going to do 7 cards, though. Sorry, guys. you like to tell us tonight, guys? Work through your fears. What did I say? That inner journey, right? And what can take us on such a tumultuous inner journey than our fears, right? That makes complete sense right there. Work on your fears. Could also be a Scorpio energy. I mean, you know what I mean? But work on your fears. Is there anything else you guys want to tell us? Sorry, my cat likes to come in and make a mess as she's swiping her tail across surfaces. Any other energies? It's time to release negativity. So maybe something from the past is still holding you back and you need to do some grieving. You need to do some releasing. Whatever it may be, some negativity, it's time to release it. Another Scorpio energy. Do you see that? Okay. Maybe you're a Scorpio. Maybe this is intended for you guys. Let's see what message the mineral deck has for us tonight. And once I learn how to add the links for these decks, I will. Your problems will be resolved. So maybe you should get some lapis lazuli. Keep that by you. Help that to balance your third eye and throat chakra. The throat chakra is major for your boundaries. That's where you have your voice, your power to be able to stand up for yourself and tell people to back off. So this might be a good one to help with the boundaries. Okay? Any other energy tonight? Business. So this might also be concerning a business, or your financial issues, or maybe this will help bring balance to your business after you deal with these. Make you realize you were doing some stuff out of survival instead of dealing with it. Who knows? Only you do. I would actually like to know if this resonates with any of you guys. I hope you guys will comment down below and like and subscribe, so that your energies are in for tomorrow night. And hopefully I'll get a pick a card done tomorrow. Or today, I guess, when I do post this, it'll be morning time. So, but thank you all for joining me tonight. Namaste. I hope you have a great evening.